Gotham's darkness gives way to a grand comic splash. Batman and Robin step into a new chapter of danger and legend. Robin and I want to welcome you to Detective Comics. You fellows are a swell bunch of hard-hitting characters, and you have terrific adventures. The page crackles with heroic energy, but even in celebration, Gotham feels ready to spring its next trap. Gotham fades into shadow and the legend of the Batman begins. Tonight, we go back to 1937, before the world knew approval, before the boy wonder, when the city still feared the mask. Above the grim streets, the police close in on two cornered men, and the night itself seems to hold its breath. Somewhere in the dark, justice is about to strike.
Mike Nolan, Nick Rocco, we've got you surrounded. Will you come out walking or on stretchers?
The Batman and Robin are not yet beloved heroes, not here, not now. This is Gotham before the city learned to trust the darkness that hunts its monsters. These are the state troopers, unsung guardians of the road, the wilderness, and the desperate places where ordinary law cannot reach. They carry the law into the unknown and risk everything to bring people home. This is their story and the tale of how the Dark Knight and the Boy Wonder came to live among them. But first, there was one officer who hated the Batman. So let us go back to a night in Gotham's long, haunted past when trapped criminals waited in the crosshairs of justice, and the first spark of a bitter feud was about to ignite. Gotham at night, rooftops looming over a city choked in shadow. Below, the streets tremble with gunfire and panic as the police close in on desperate crooks.
Here's my answer, you blasted coppers. Come on, Mike. Use that gat. What are you waiting for? Aye.
From the window, a screaming barrage of bullets keeps the bluecoats pinned down. For one brutal second, it feels like nobody can cross that gap alive. Then suddenly, the police stare upward as a costumed shape swings across the dizzy chasm between rooftops.
All right, boys. Throw down your guns and make it easy for yourselves.
Look up there, the Batman. Oh, the Batman, okay. You left yourself wide open this time, chump.
Look who's talking. Rocco, you're all washed up.
Again.
Gotham at night, shadows lengthening over a rain-slicked tenement as fear coils tight in the air. Downstairs, police hold their breath and listen.
You're next, Nolan. I'll be glad to go. I'm tired of hiding in alleys, and I never wanted any part of cop killings. I never wanted to be a criminal. I'm going to make a complete confession. Tell everything about Nick and me.
The room snaps into deathly silence, and then a single shot cracks the night like doom itself. Up above, the Batman turns, hunting vainly for a murderer who has already vanished.
Rocco shot him. But where did he disappear to so quickly? Oh, police. I'd better make tracks. I'm still on the outs because I'm working outside the law.
Then the officers reach the body. Nolan is dead, shot in the back. Suspicion hangs heavy as Gotham's darkness closes in.
Look, Nolan, and there goes the Batman. It's Nolan, all right. Dead, shot in the back. You think the Batman did it. It isn't like him. He left his card.
Mike Rosas got away. Mike Nolan didn't.
Gotham at night hangs under a black velvet sky, every alley pressed thick with shadow and suspicion. In the chill of the city, a new officer steps into the glare of the spotlight.
Here comes Tom Bolton. Looks like he's bagged something.
Tom's one of our finest officers. We're proud of his record up here.
Hello, sir. Look who I caught hiding up in that old shack on the South Trail. Soapy Joe, the safe cracker.
Fine work, Tom. Just for that, I'm going to introduce you to our honored guest, the Batman.
Glad to know you, Tom.
I'm not glad to meet you.
The room falls dead silent as Tom glares at the Dark Knight, hate flashing in his eyes like a blade in the dark. Batman feels it instantly, a wall of fire with no explanation.
But Tom, this is the Batman. The Batman, so what? I still don't want to meet him. May I be excused, sir?
Say, after all, I never met you before. What can you possibly have against me?
I never met you before, but I still don't like you, and take your hand away before I knock it off.
Tom wheels sharply and strides away, leaving the room stunned and uneasy. Even the commissioner can only stare after him as Batman turns the mystery over in his mind.
Tom never acted like that before.
Forget it. If that boy hates me, he must have a good reason for it. Tell me, is he honest?
I must apologize for his actions. Honest, the last time someone tried to bribe Tom, the crook almost had his block knocked off.
Batman narrows his gaze, reading the shape of a deeper secret behind the anger. In Gotham's darkest nights, even hatred can be a clue, and this one is stranger than any he's faced. That night, Gotham seems to dissolve into nightmare. For the first time since childhood, even the Batman dreams. The city itself groans under a rising flood, as if the darkness has found a new way to strike.
I'm not glad to meet you.
I never met you before, but I still don't like you. I hate you, why?
The spring thaw has turned savage, melted snows have smashed the dam, and now an angry torrent tears through the town. People cry out for help as the river surges like a living beast.
We'll need every able-bodied man tonight.
Police boats churn through the swirling floodwaters, snatching survivors from death's cold grasp. Among the brave is Tom Bolton, battling the current as Gotham's heroes push back the chaos.
Mama, help me. God bless you, young man.
And there, in the black water and driving rain, Batman and Robin fight on, hauling one more life from the flood before the torrent can claim it. The night is merciless, but the Dark Knight does not yield. Gotham's flood-choked streets roil under a black night sky, and Batman's keen eyes catch the true scavengers of disaster. Human jackals, looters preying on chaos.
Robin, get that man to the boat. I'll handle these vermin.
The Batman.
A lasso snaps into place, and the Dark Knight rockets forward like a living cannonball, crashing straight into the thieves. Gotham's floodwater explodes around him.
What matters is where you're going.
Desperation gives the rats courage, and the mob surges together, slamming Batman off balance in a brutal rush. Then a massive log riding the current strikes him like a hammer. Only one pair of eyes sees the Dark Knight disappear beneath the waves. For a single trembling moment, doubt replaces hatred.
The man I've hated all these years. Drowning, I could let him die and no one would ever know, but I can't do it.
Gotham's black waters churn under a merciless night, and the storm hurls itself at the police boat. In the chaos, a brave trooper fights toward Batman, dragging him back from the waves.
Here, take him.
Gosh, mister. Thanks. You saved my pal's life.
Later that night, deep in the barracks, Batman seeks out Tom Bolton, the man who's been burning with anger. Yet even here in the dim light, the tension between them crackles like a live wire.
Thanks, Bolton. You know I can't figure you out. You hate me. And yet you saved my life. Why?
I'd save a dog from drowning. I'm an officer of the law. It's my duty to save life, even yours.
Come on, Bolton. Why don't you skip this hate stuff? Let's shake hands and be friends.
I'd rather shake hands with a rattlesnake first. He can't talk to you that way,
Easy, Robin. That boy's carrying around a lot of trouble, and it's up to him to get rid of it all by himself.
Alone in his room, Tom Bolton opens a small strongbox, and the truth spills out like a wound from the past. Old clippings, grim headlines, and a name he can't bury rise up in the dark. Bandit Mike Nolan dead. Police discover Nolan's body shot in the back. Batman flees the scene as police arrive. And then the final memory lands like a crushing blow. Tom Bolton remembers who he is, Mike Nolan's son. And that in his heart, Batman is the man who killed his father. The next day breaks over Gotham's soot-stained skyline, but the city never truly sleeps. At the troop training grounds, daily target practice turns ominous.
Come on, Batman. Let's see how you can handle a gun.
In the Dark Knight's steady hand, the weapon speaks with thunder. 6 bullets slam into the target dead center. But in Tom's mind, each shot becomes a nightmare, Batman killing his father. Rage erupts, twisting grief into fury.
You rotten killer, Bolton, you're under arrest for striking a brother officer. The cowards, let me take off my badge and fight it out with him man to man.
A clearing is made, and the two opponents square off under a hard, unforgiving sky. The battle begins in a blur of bitterness and pride.
The first thing a boxer learns is to use caution.
I'll tear your...
All right, Tom. If only a fight will satisfy you, I'll fight you.
Reluctant but grim, the Dark Knight's fists begin to land like dynamite. And somewhere beneath the blows, a dangerous truth is about to be revealed. Gotham at night, shadows stretching across a brutal rooftop brawl. The Dark Knight faces a young fighter who refuses to stay down.
You don't think that's going to stop me? Come on, Batman. By heaven, I'll give you some sense if I have to pound it into you.
Is that the best you can do? I thought you could hit.
Sorry, Tom, but I've got to put you out of your misery.
Batman drives in a crushing blow, a sledgehammer strike to the jaw that should have ended the fight. But Tom Bolton, battered and stubborn, somehow climbs back to his feet.
Come on, put up your hands, come on, fight.
You still getting up? You can take it, fella.
Then the punishment finally catches up. Tom slumps forward, spent at last, and the fight drains out of him like rain into the gutters of Gotham.
Okay, kid. Have it your way if you won't throw in the sponge. Kid, my hat's off to you. You've got plenty of what it takes.
The next day, the dust has settled, and justice comes in a different form. Tom Bolton stands before his superior officer, and Batman's mercy speaks louder than fists.
Batman has asked me not to press charges, so you are still on duty. Now take your prisoner, Soapy Joe, to the town prison.
Inside the prison barracks, the air is stale and heavy with secrets. In Gotham, even a whispered name can feel like a loaded gun.
I seen your scrap with the Batman from this window. You sure do hate that guy, Tom Nolan.
How do you know my name?
I was in the same mob with Rocco and your pop. I seen you at your house once.
Rocco, he saw Batman shoot my dad. If Rocco would only tell that to the world, everybody would know the real cowardly Batman.
But as Tom and his prisoner move off, another shadow catches the trail. Somewhere beyond the bars, a dark truth begins to take shape.
Sure, he's Nolan's son. I heard them talking when I went past the room.
Good thing they didn't see you. H. Shem, Nolan's son. Now I begin to understand a lot of things.
Donning skis, the crime busters follow the trail through the winter night, silent as phantoms. The tracks lead them straight toward a lonely cabin in the darkness.
There they go, toward that cabin.
Inside the cabin, the trap springs shut in an instant. A gun rises, a fist flashes, and the whole room erupts into violence.
Okay, Soapy, you've had your fun. You poor kid. Why didn't you tell me you were Nolan's son? I'd have told you the truth, that Rocco shot your father.
Gotham at night, shadows lengthening over a hideout where a deadly confession hangs in the air. A gunshot has already changed everything.
I was questioning your dad when suddenly there was a shot, and he slumped right into my arms.
Nick Rocco.
Right, too bad about Soapy. We cracked a bank and the rat skipped with the dough.
The trio is quickly bound while guilt and fury tighten around Batman like a noose. The truth hits like a blade.
He hid it in the shack, we found it. Then we seen you coming and waited.
Rocco, did you kill my father?
Sure, he was going to squeal, I plugged him, and escaped down the dumbwaiter. Now I'm gonna plug you three in the back, just like I did Nolan.
No, Rocco. You kill them and every cop in the country would be out for us.
Okay, but I hate to leave them like this.
As the bandits vanish into the dark, Batman's silence cuts deeper than a shout. The chase is only beginning.
Batman, I feel like a fool. I don't know what to say. Then don't say anything. Time to talk after we get those rats.
A moment later, the Dark Knight and his allies streak downhill after the fleeing thugs. Ahead lies a deadly chasm and a desperate idea. A scant moment later, two mantled figures rocket downhill at express train speed through Gotham's black abyss. Ahead waits a yawning chasm, one wrong move, and the night swallows them whole. Then in a flash, their arms flare wide and the mantles snap into wind-catching sails. The shortcut works, and the trailing team surges bird-like over the gap toward the fleeing bandits.
Look out below. X marks the spot.
They slam onto the frozen slope with hard, splintering speed. The Dark Knight's ally slides in like a shadow, closing the net around the fugitives.
They certainly use hard wood for skis, don't they? I'm putting you on ice, Rocco, for somebody else. Here, I saved him for you.
No, he'll kill me. He'll kill me.
No, I'm just going to beat your head off. This is for Dad and this, and this.
Years of grief finally erupt in Tom's fists, his pent-up rage crashing down on the man who stole his father's life. But beneath the fury, Batman watches, guiding the storm away from murder. Later, the burden is gone at last, and Tom can finally breathe. Yet in Gotham, even victory carries a shadow because the truth was never about a gun.
Don't be sorry, Tom. You're a good son and a good cop. So let's shake hands, pal.